about showing up at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks did as well yesterday. They just waited until the fourth quarter for a massive comeback, down 18 to Houston before coming back and winning. Our ESPN NBA senior writer Vince Goodwill was there in the building at MSG. Vince, how was New York able to claw their way back to not only tie this thing late, but pull off that comeback win?
Well, you said it. They were down 18 to start the fourth quarter. Yeah. The Boo Birds were out at Madison Square Garden. They're never happy, especially after what happened on Thursday night against Detroit. But it was actually Karl Towns who stepped into the huddle and said, hey, guys, this starts on defense. They got the first defensive stop, and then Jose Alvarado and OG Anunoby got going. And next thing you know, it was a 5-point game with 5 minutes left, and the Knicks wound up taking over from there. Now, it's important to note the Houston Rockets are one of the worst teams in the clutch, but the Knicks had to get them there. Karl Towns said, you know what, this actually reminds us of last year where we had all that resilience going into the Eastern Conference Finals. Hopefully for them, this is something that they can carry moving forward.
Knicks have 7 straight home wins against the Rockets. It's tied for the longest in series history.
7 straight wins now, 2 events for the Cavaliers. Cleveland, they've not lost since trading for James Harden. How has the addition of Harden benefited the rest of this Cleveland lineup?
Well, it's important to note the Cavs were rolling right before they traded for James Harden, but since then, it's been even more magnified. Harden has only taken 11 shots per game since he's gotten there, but averaged over 9 assists and shooting 48% from 3. I've talked to people close to Harden. They say he feels very happy playing next to Donovan Mitchell. He feels better knowing that he can maximize himself playing next to better players like Jared Allen, like Evan Mobley, like Tyson. So it seems like right now the Cavs are rolling, but it's important to note they're playing the Oklahoma City Thunder today. They've had an easy schedule, averaging over 124 points a game. This will be the toughest test that they've had since acquiring Harden.
Yeah, you're not lying. The Cavaliers, 15 games over 500, again, riding the Eastern Conference's longest winning streak, currently at 7 games. But against the Thunder, 1 p.m. Eastern today on ABC. It's a true test. Vince, much appreciated.
Yes, sir.
Anna Storm and Jay Harris with you, which we forgot to say at the start of the show.
Yeah.
Wemby windmill. Unbelievable. Got those long arms, those long legs.
What did he do now?
Barely has to elevate. What did he do now?
Yeah.
Everything he wanted to against the Kings. Yeah, look at him. Getting to the rim for the dunk. De'Aaron Fox taking the screen, lobs it up to Wemby. I mean, come on, look at that. He's definitely on my MVP list right now. Dylan Harper to a trailing Wemby, just doing it all for the Spurs. The Kings were completely overmatched in this one. They had no answer. And then look, here you go, Jay. All right, this is the windmill.
Go. Okay.
He barely has to jump.
I mean, I'll be in the dunk contest one day.
Oh, please be in the dunk contest.
Please do it.
28 points, 15 boards, 6 dimes, 4 blocks. Spurs win 139-122.
Let's go a little Grizzlies and a little Heat. Watch it again. Pippen Jr. gets hit in the back by Gardner. Again, no call. The Heat go on to win this one, 136 to 120. I don't think we haven't heard the last of this.
We have a great Sunday slate of NBA action today. You know, for those of us who might be snowed in on the East Coast, at 1 Eastern on ABC, the Thunder hosting the Cavs, who have won 7 straight, 5 of those with Harden. OKC has won 3 of its last 4 without SGA. At 3:30 Eastern, also on ABC, Nuggets Warriors. Denver put up 157 in a win at Portland Friday. Warriors just 1-5 in their last 6 home games. Still no Steph, obviously. Later today, Celtics, Lakers. We're going classic. The C's have won 7 of their last 10 meetings against the Lakers, including a 21-point win in Boston. Back in December, we are so happy to welcome in our friend and NBA analyst Iman Shumpert with us. So, Shump, the C's 7-1 in their last 8. They're second in the East behind Detroit. We don't know if and when Jason Tatum is coming back. So let's just put that aside for now. Tell me what you're seeing with this team led by Jaylen Brown.
Well, what I'm seeing from the Celtics right now is that they have an identity. See, the Celtics play up-tempo, but they also like to control pace. They do straight-line drives on closeouts, and they like to live and die with the 3. The great thing about it is they shoot great from the outside. They have Peyton Pritchard who's getting in there. He's making sure to get people involved. He's able to be a willing passer, but he's also a shot maker down the stretch. Now, when you pair that with Jaylen Brown and the consistent plate of food that he's given everybody all year, the man's averaging what he needs to average to be an MVP in scoring champion conversations. But when you have a tough shot maker down the stretch, they become a team that can match up with anybody in the East.
It'll just be really interesting to follow this whole Tatum story and see what might or might not happen. In the meantime, it's a little bit crowded there, right? Behind the Detroit Pistons, that whole group. We have the Cavs just a game behind the Celtics. When that trade went down for James Harden, you and I were on the set together on NBA Today, and initially you were like, I don't know how this is going to work out, right? With Harden and Donovan Mitchell. So far, so good. Why?
I think that's the beauty of having a James Harden. James Harden, though we all have our critiques, though we all have, our things that we see that could be negative, when you look at James Harden and his body of work, every team that he comes to, the initial response is everything goes up from there. He always adds something to a team. He's going to get the ball screen going. Whoever your leading big man is going to see some early success. Your outside shooting is going to go up just because of the presence that he brings on the basketball floor. The issue that we see with James Harden isn't going to be until the playoffs. But for what he's doing right now, as far as the Cavs trying to get a higher seed, improve themselves as far as being a ball club to go into the playoffs, James Harden is going to do all of that. I don't make any mistake. This is one of our leading scorers of all time. But when we start talking about the playoffs, we just don't want him to get into the second and third round of the playoffs and disappear like it's happened in previous years. If he can stay away from that and make it to where it's FGAs at the end of the game rather than TOs, hey, man, we're going to see a different James Harden this year in the playoffs.
I like that. I also want to give Donovan Mitchell his props, right? I mean, he is having an unbelievable season. There's no way this team is where they are without him. Shump, you're the best. We'll talk to you soon, my friend.
I appreciate you.
All right, let's go to the NBA. The Rockets and the Knicks meeting for the first time this season. KD's first trip to the Garden since 2022. Knicks coming off a terrible loss to the Pistons, so Jalen Brunson and company trying to bounce back, as people hope the G-men will under John Harbaugh. Alperen Şengün getting the block of Josh Hart here. Off to KD. KD draining a three, and it really was all Rockets through the first 3 quarters of this. I mean, the fans at the Garden are thinking, here we go again. Brunson is stripped by Amen Thompson, who finishes at the other end. The Rockets are up 91-75 going into the fourth here. But then what did the Knicks do? They started shooting 3-pointers. They made 3 of them. They cut the lead to 11. And the hometown favorite, the new acquisition, Jose Alvarado from the corner for 3. Look at J.R. Smith. He's loving it. A lot of Knicks greats in the crowd. Alvarado on the miss here, but Mikal Bridges is there for the putback dunk. Saw Stephon Marbury was there. Starberry in the house. Alvarado stripping Durant there, and then he takes it all the way for the bucket, and just an infusion of energy there in the Garden with the Knicks down 2 as Şengün drives baseline, throws it away under pressure to Alvarado, and Brunson attacking on the other end. Brunson, there he goes. No matter. Stay out of his way for the tough reverse. Game tied at 103. Brunson just continuing to break down his man. Fadeaway jumper. Patrick Ewing's loving it. The Knicks come back from down 18 to win a thriller, 108-106. The Rockets had 9 turnovers in the fourth quarter alone.
Suns hosting the Magic. Hannah, no Devin Booker for Phoenix, out with a hip. First quarter, keep an eye on Dylan Brooks. Reaches in with the left hand on Anthony Black, and afterwards had the left hand evaluated on the bench. Shams Charania reporting it was a broken left hand.
No, that's terrible for them.
Keep an eye on his situation for sure. Fourth quarter now, under 3 minutes left. Paolo Banchero to the rim. Magic down 4. Minute left. Anthony Black pokes it loose from Grayson Allen, and he finishes nicely on the other end. We're tied at 96. 4 seconds left. Suns inbounding, chance to win. Colin Gillespie got the ball. Got a look. And, oh no, we're going overtime. Under 2 minutes left in OT. Suns down 3. Gillespie's got the ball again. Look for three. No. Jalen Green ends up with the rebound. Gets it to Allen. Allen with a deep three.
Nice.
Booker loves it. Allen with a team high 27. We're tied at 101. Minute left in OT. Banchero working the post and rising up and throwing down. He had 26, 14, and 8. We're tied at 103. Less than a second left in OT. Mark Williams gets a good look off the lob, but it's off the rim. Watch it again. Got it off in time, just a little wide right, and we head to a second overtime. 39 seconds left. Suns down 108-107. Green pass Banchero. High off the glass and in. 5 seconds now. Magic inbounding down. Shoot, score, and gets swarmed. He had 16 on the night. Shot terrible. 6 of 26 from 2. 2 of 11 from 3, but he got that one.
Who cares?
Yeah, Suns
hit
win
that
it.
one.
Double overtime thriller, 130.
By Lily. Studio J here in Atlanta. Great to have you with us. Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, and sitting in for Shaquille O'Neal tonight, Jalen Rose.
The house that Jalen built.
Always great to see you.
Hey, we're on the
man.
house that Jalen built. Smarter, better looking, a lot of things you bring to the table.
ESPN, the house that Jalen built. I feel like KD when he joined the Warriors.
Hey, listen, man. All I'm saying is that these dudes been taking off. Taking off. You took off last week. He took off this week.
Hey, let me tell you something. You don't want to go there, do you? As many times
I
you
will
took
be.
off.
I've never taken off on ESPN ABC. Ever.
I've only done like 2 shows.
I know.
I've never taken off.
Yeah.
That's the point.
For all the years we've been doing ESPN,
I've
and
never
ABC.
taken off. It's coming.
This is a great day. Should be a national holiday. Charles Barkley's birthday.
Oh, happy
63.
birthday.
63 years old.
Thank you.
Today. Working on your birthday.
I'm excited to be here. He took
that
off
is
last week.
So impressive.
Can't take off 2 weeks
Took
in a
off for
row.
the Super Bowl last week or a couple weeks ago. So, so here's the deal. Shaq's not here, but Shaq did have a message for the Chucks.
This can't be good.
The Diesel.
Hey, Charles, this is Shaq. I know I'm looking good, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I just want to say happy birthday, brother. I love you so much. I miss you guys. I miss you, Kenny, and you know I miss you, Ernie. And Chuck, I just want to say happy birthday. Happy. This is not AI. Happy birthday. I repeat, this is not AI. Happy birthday, Chuck.
This dude got an A. He said
Is that really?
AI birthday.
Hold it. Is that him?
That's AI. That's not him. No, he said it, but it's AI.
I got to admit, I like you like that suit.
Well, it's a Gucci suit, but it doesn't exist. He made it.
It's really loud. You know,
It's
it depends
AI.
on where you're from.
It depends.
If you're from Leeds, Alabama, no. But if you're from Detroit, Michigan, yes.
You could carry that.
Yeah.
You know,
No, he
so-
can.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I hate about suits like that. They only work on little skinny people.
Or AI.
Or
Shaq.
Or AI.
Yeah.
He sends an AI video message.
So that's nice and everything, but I was really kind of hoping for this.
I thought it was real.
We've all received these.
We all received this.
This is the worst gift ever.
I can tell. I've sent this to so many people,
Hey, happy birthday!
and they're like, "Hey, how did you know? How did you get him to do that?"
Yeah, exactly. Happy birthday!
This is the worst gift ever.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Who? You, Chuck. That's who.
Look, man.
This is the
Shaq not even here and stealing the show here in the first segment.
Oh, my God.
So anyway, happy birthday. Happy
Thank you, brother.
63, man.
Thanks to every single person sent me a text today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It meant a lot to me, everybody.
We would love to tell you that we got this, Cooper flag,
Come on, Ernie, lie.
and he's not going to play tonight. Dallas
Ernie,
Mavericks.
the election was stolen. You tell a lie long enough, people will believe it.
As they take
The
on
election was stolen.
the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Dallas has not had a losing streak this long all century. They have lost 9 in a row.
Wow.
And longest since
Let's just go ahead and put 10 in the books.
97-98.
Let's go ahead and put 10 in the books before the game.
And the other news out of Dallas, Kyrie Irving will not. If you were thinking maybe Kyrie Irving might come back this year, no, it's not going to happen.
For the Mavs, trading Luka ends up going down as one of the worst moves in the history of the NBA. To only get a couple of minutes out of Kyrie and AD combined in a basketball game, to give up a first NBA caliber player, and now already traded AD, and Kyrie's only played in 50% of the games he's eligible to play. Cooper Flagg saved him. Basically getting lucky, getting him as a #1 pick, but it's just really been a disaster for him.
Would it be the worst or the most unfortunate? Meaning, Kyrie got hurt directly after he got traded, directly, and then Anthony Davis goes down directly. Then you all of a sudden you go, wait, we get the #1 pick out of when your odds of getting it was less than 3%. And so you get it, and then all of a sudden you're thinking you're going to have these three guys together, and they never, ever play. Yeah, but also you got to give them credit. They turning the page. You know, I suggested this a couple months ago. Like, you know what? Trade AD. Kyrie's not going to play. It's Cooper Flagg's team now. So now you're just trying to get draft capital. So I think it was a smart move not playing Kyrie, because to win another 5 or 7 games is not going to help the Mavs going forward. So a smart move by the Mavs. I mean, we can talk about the Luka trade. That's over and done with. But really unfortunate, Kenny. I actually agree with you. But now they're like, hey, you know what? What can we do to get better quicker? And that draft in 2026 draft is pretty impressive and pretty deep. You're gonna go 15 guys deep. Maybe you might not have generational talent, you're getting Kyrie back, but you will have guys that will immediately help your team.
Yes. Kyrie and AD, obviously future Hall of Famers, both been champions, in theory as the second best players on teams. But when you trade for both of them, when they have a history of injury, it's hard to feel like you're going to be able to rely on them during the regular season enough to get a high seed. And also, if y'all seen the images of AD in the preseason, he looked like he got Chuck's old diet.
Yeah.
Like he really does. Yeah. And so
Chuck's
it was
old
hard.
diet.
Yes.
Well, you know,
it's kind of hard to win like that.
It's interesting you said that, Jalen, because the elephant in the room is this tanking situation we got going on in the NBA. You see what they're doing in Utah. You see what they're doing in D.C. Now you got the Mavs sort of tanking. I've always believed, first of all, tanking has always been part of the NBA. Let's get that out the way.
Sports.
It's sports. I agree with you, Kenny. We've got to come up with some type of solution, because it's not fair to the game, first and foremost. It's not fair to your fan base. I've always suggested this rule. I don't think any NBA team should be able to raise their ticket prices if they're below 500. I've always said that. You cannot raise your ticket prices if your team is below 500. I think they should make that a rule in every sport, to be honest with you.
That'd be interesting, Chuckster. That'd be some incentive.
It'd be, but no, not even if you're still trying to tank, you can't raise your ticket prices, because then you're getting your cake and eat it too. Which, you know, I'm for getting your cake and eating it too.
Yes.
But you should not be able to try to lose. So I've said there's 2 things. Number one, every team in the lottery should get 1 ping pong ball. They shouldn't give you more balls.
So everybody, and that came out the other day too. Hey, maybe we're thinking about everybody's on the same level playing field.
Because the team that had the worst record, I think, has only got the #1 pick like 2 out of 25 years. So give everybody 1 ping pong ball.
If you don't make the playoffs.
If you don't make the playoffs. But also, this is another one. If you trade a pick, it's gone. Because now teams are they can manipulate. Well, if it falls in the top 3 or 4 or top 7 protected. No. Everybody gets 1 ping pong ball who's in the lottery. So
I would agree with that, because there is.
But what about the other one too?
No, I think because what you're saying, like, I look at the Indiana Pacers who are in last place. But when Tyrese Halliburton is there, they're not a last place team. Yeah. So they're last place for this year. So all of a sudden you get the #1 pick and you bring in Tyrese Halliburton back, and you were in the NBA Finals the year before. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, I'm not saying that they're tanking, because they actually were losing games early in the season, but that wouldn't be fair to teams that do things like that and have an opportunity. The same way when we were playing, when the San Antonio Spurs were able to get Tim Duncan when they had.
But just
David
give
Robinson.
everybody 1 ping pong ball. Yeah. But the second part of that is you can't protect if you trade it away. Yeah. Because now teams are doing that, like, well, we got to lose games, so make sure we're in such a thing. No, if you trade a pick, it's gone. But 1 ping pong ball, and y'all know I like ping pong balls around here because y'all made a habit of it for a while.
I like the idea.
Yo, dropping ping pong balls on his forehead.
I like the idea of one ping pong ball, but the problem for the NBA is almost like players going from high school to college. They've shown that it actually works because we've seen so many success stories go from high school to college, so it kind of looks weird all of a sudden when you can't go from high school to college. It's the same thing about tanking. It's proven to work.
Tanking is in team. Kenny, pick back on Kenny.
Yes.
We've been tanking as long as I've been in NBA for 40
sports.
years, and actually, in fairness, that's the only way you can get better. But they're so blatant about it right now. Well, but we shouldn't be giving you extra ping pong balls for losing. That's my only point.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Minnesota side of this first matchup a little bit later in the show. By the way, speaking of the tanking action, Indiana at Washington tonight. Both with 15 wins.
Hey, Carl, you are correct. Charles Barkley, Sidney Crawford, Rihanna, and me, and Carl